Hey guys, my name is Stephen Tamman, and today I'm going to be talking about setting up Zoom, which is a video conferencing software, working under the assumption that you have an invite link to a meeting to join. So up here in the address bar, I'm going to post a meeting link. So this is the Zoom website, and then J for join, and then a string of digits here. And so depending on your community or who sends you an invitation, you'll get something that looks like this. And then once we go to it like this, you'll have a menu that pops up that will ask you if you want to download something. And so here's our download, and you can save this to run the file. And so here what we're doing is downloading the desktop application. Now, so we have it downloaded. Now I will show you if you are using Google Chrome as your browser, so not Firefox, not Safari, but Google Chrome, you can also actually ignore the download and join the meeting in your browser. And so if you saw back here, there was a option here that says join from your browser, right? And so if we do press the join from your browser link, you'll be able to pick a name. So I'm going to say Stephen, and you can join the Zoom meeting without actually downloading the software. Now, I would not recommend this. The only time I'd recommend this is if you do not have the option to download software on the computer that you're currently working on. So maybe you're on a computer at a library or something like that. And the reason for this is that running Zoom over the browser here makes it a lot slower. So the performance is significantly worse. But in a pinch, you can do this. Although again, like I said, it only works in Google Chrome. So we're going to go ahead and leave this. This was just me showing that if you have the Chrome browser, you can in fact actually join the meeting in the browser. And so now we're going to go back, and this is the executable file that we downloaded. That when we had our initial invite, we were prompted to download this. And so we're going to go ahead and open this, and we are going to have it download for us here. And so I guess just a couple things while we're waiting for this download to go. So typically, some people will have ad hoc Zoom meetings, so they'll like start a meeting and then they'll send you a link. Another sort of thing that happens in Zoom is that someone will create a recurring meeting or something that has a static link. One of these links up here where this number here does not change. And when you have one of those that's static, then that number will remain the same no matter how many times you have that meeting. And the way in which you join and leave Zoom rooms is entirely dependent upon these numbers. Now, currently, the room I have set up on my account does not require a password to join. Some Zoom rooms might. So it depends on the privacy. And so here, after this, we have downloaded the Zoom application, and now it's asking for a name. So I'm going to go ahead and enter Stephen again, maybe uncheck that box, and we're going to go ahead and join the meeting. Now, this is actually the same meeting that we were on in the browser. So, I can see I can unmute myself here or start the video or share my screen and all the other things that you can do in Zoom. And so that is how, given a link, so we went to this link here at the beginning of the video, and it prompted us to download it, and it's really pretty smooth and seamless. After it prompts you to download it, it will download itself, and then you'll end up in the meeting based on this link. So the other thing I'm going to cover in this video is say, okay, that's great. We had our Zoom meeting, and now I have the software downloaded, and I'm going to leave the meeting. And all right, I'm out of the meeting. Now let's say I want to start another meeting. Well, I can open Zoom then, and so this is what it looks like when you're not signed in. Now, you do not have to make an account for Zoom. many other software options like Skype. You have to have a Skype account. You can't like anonymous Skype. But if someone gives you a Zoom link and the ID of the link here, you can enter the ID and join it directly. So the ID that we had before is 114508194. That was the ID that we were doing previously, but it could be whatever. If someone gives you an ID, you do not have to actually sign up for a Zoom account. You can just continue to join meetings anonymously. And of course, you can pick whether you join the audio initially or the video initially and things like that. And so given this meeting ID, and again, this is what happens. So not the first time once you've downloaded it from the link here, but after you have it downloaded, when you open the application, so when you open it like this, you'll be able to just press the join a meeting button and then go like this. And so again, we'll enter the things we did there, and then you can join the meeting. And it'll be exactly the same sort of thing that we had before. So it will connect to the meeting interface, and you'll have the option to join with your audio and mute and unmute yourself and things like that. So I guess one last thing. So at the very beginning of the video, this was the link we used. Now, if we try to open this again in the browser, what will happen is it will say, hey, you know what? You already have Zoom installed. So after you have Zoom installed on your computer, see the browser is smart and it'll say, hey, would you rather open this in Zoom meetings? And so you see now we're outside of our meetings, but we do have the application installed. If you press yes, okay, open it in Zoom, then you'll join the meeting directly. And you don't even have to type in the meeting ID like we just did. And so the benefit of this will be once someone gives you a link, after you have the application installed, you can basically click on the link. It will take you to your browser like this, and then you can just press the open in Zoom, and then you'll join the meeting directly. And so I think that's all I'm going to cover in this video. We've talked about how given a link to a Zoom meeting, you can automatically download the desktop application, or if you're using a Google Chrome browser, you can join the meeting from your browser, and that is really only desirable if you're on a computer where you can't install software, because joining from your browser gives significantly worse performance for you. But once you've downloaded it, you can also join meetings using the meeting ID, so you don't need a link if you know the ID. Or if you click on the link again, you can launch the meeting directly in the desktop application by going to the same link address that you had before.